Hey guys, how's everything going? This is JSer, and this is another episode of Web Accessibility. This is the one last section from Web Dev. It's about UI accessibility. We've already covered the keyboard navigation and also the screen reader support. And the last one is about how we can avoid the pitfalls of a bad UI. So let's start. The first one, accessible tab target. This just means that tappable area on touch devices should have enough space between each other. I think this here touch target should be also spaced about 8 pixels apart. I think there is also a guideline from Apple when you're building a native app, iOS application. It requires you to not create two small tappable buttons. Because your fingers, it's not that accurate. So yeah, just to pay attention to your UI with mouse like this. We can target accurately, but on touch device we need to pay attention to the size, the space, the font size stuff. Cool. Okay, this is a trick, not trick. This is a technique to detect touchscreen used by mediocre. It's called any pointer. To be honest, this is first time I heard about it. I don't even know how I can pronounce this word. It's course, or somehow. Anyway, it's course. There are two values. The one is fine, course. Man, what a bad naming. A fine pointer will be someone using a mouse or trackpad. Fine. Okay, so it means it can be more accurate. And coarse means not accurate, rough. Yeah. So yeah, yeah. Maybe it's good naming. Anyway, this is the one. Pay attention to touchable, a tappable. Let's go to the next one. Why there's always these bugs in web dev? Okay. Anyway, I don't know. The color and contrast. Yeah, I think I've met these requirements several times within the last few years. It's so generally when you're choosing color, make sure that it has enough contrast. The Chrome, like when I open the Chrome extension, it will actually in the color here, no contrast. Let's say I have a color something, color red, and it will say no contrast information available. Why? There should be some. Let me do it again. Oh shit. Inspect. Here red. Interesting. Like, okay. FFF. No. E. There's contrast information. Interesting. There should be a contrast information some here, but I don't know why. So anyway, it means that if you choose a similar color of text in the background, the people with some visual impairment, they cannot read them because it's too low contrast. There's a guideline called, I don't know what the how they are calculated. There's a contrast ratio of 4.5 something. Okay. Anyway, there's a number there, so you should not create stuff below that threshold. Yeah, there is actually. You can see that there is a contrast issue AA and IAA. Cool. Advanced Perceptual Contrast Algorithm, APCA. So this is a new algorithm calculating score. Yeah. So why? Yeah. So why there is no such thing? This one? Oh yeah, there's a contrast ratio here. When we change it, when we change the text like this link here, it will calculate the contrast between this background. If I choose like a light color like this one, it will have, yeah, the link here. Sorry, link here. Because it's difficult to read. Let's just allow the color blue. Wow, it's fair enough contrast. and this one enough contrast. Yeah, that's it. I think this is more about design, right? Yeah, it's not about engineering, but when we're designing UI, we should pay attention to the visual impairment people. Don't convey information with color alone. Yeah, this is interesting. I've missed this in the past few years. Is that I always use like a warning color, a green color to indicate something. So that's not cool actually. So we should not solely using the color. We can use the color as the assistive indication, but we should use other techniques to show people what is needed, what action is needed. So this thing is not cool because if you only use color, people might have impairment. They cannot tell the difference between those colors. Then they don't know what is going on. Rather, you should add like something different, like tags indicate something is wrong. There's actually, as he says, there is a. Where is it? Okay, I think it's here. Rendering. More tools. Well, rendering, and there is a simulation of visual impairment, like this one, protanopia. I don't know. Yeah, it means the inability to perceive any red light. So there's no red you can see here. This is normal, but for some people, they cannot tell the color difference. So yeah, they cannot tell what is going on, right? And also there's called what is that? Deuteranopia. This is so jargon to me. This means the inability to perceive any green light, so that they cannot tell the difference of green. And tritanopia, the inability to perceive any blue light, any color. Yeah, this is one is the chromatopsia. Chromatopsia. Oh, anyway, so this is like a grayscale. I think maybe it's too much for develop things caring for any details, but we should follow some basic rules while we started developing, start designing, and to avoid those pitfalls. Like this is like the rules here. Pay attention. And high contrast mode, the browser, where is it? The high contrast, yeah. So people may choose to use the high contrast mode in the OS level or using extensions. So if we're choosing some subtle color difference to indicate what the state is, it might not be good enough. Like the link here. Yeah, if the background is not make that enough contrast, in a high contrast mode, they're looking the same. So we don't know which link is selected. So pay attention, make it high, is as high contrast as enough contrast. I think Twitter recently, I think in this year, as YouTube as well, they somehow removed their colors in their system. The UI, like look, suddenly the UI is changed and turning more like a grayscale, like a black and white style. I feel like that is for the purpose of accessibility, right? And at the beginning, I was not very used to it, but soon people are very good at getting used to some new things, and soon I'm getting used to it. So no worries. We should care for more target audience. Okay, then go to the next one. Accessible response design. So generally, just pay attention to all kinds of screen sizes. So do it responsive. Yeah, I don't think there's something special here. Yeah, ensure tab target large enough to yeah, this is something already covered in the previous section. Content reordering, what it is. I think we've covered it in a keyboard navigation, right? So we should keep the ordering of the content to get like aligning with the ordering of the UI. So this is some legit UI, but if we can create something like this, it will just create disturbance. Which CSS property can cause reordering? Yeah, position absolute, order, reverse, dense, blah blah blah. So just pay attention, especially this one. I think it's pretty common before when we were trying to place a close button something. You really use the relative container and use the position absolutes to set a child, and that will create the cause the reordering. Testing for problem. Wow, this I don't know how to test it, and we can just try it out, right? Yeah, it's just an extra piece of work. Anyway, so that's it. I don't think that there is much valuable information here, so this Y cannot click it. So this is bothering me. This is not very good accessibility. Yeah, this one. Pay attention to touch device, make it tappable, and also care for enough color contrast, and also care about the different screen sizes, and also the content ordering, stuff like that. So this is about UI. I think there must be some more about the UI part. I'll continue to create some episodes on this YouTube series. Stay tuned. Bye bye.